Hey gang, Sarah here. So I am here to talk to you about 4 things that I would do to help me get out of the state of survival or overwhelm. So I know right now it's really crazy in a lot of different industries. And I know that some of you all subscribers have also had some life changes, so you know who I'm talking about. And I wanted to just do a quick video of things that I would do to help get me out of survival mode, just help me bring clarity, reduce the chaos. And these are not complex. They're just the things that the foundation of my system, and I really lean on these to help keep me sane. The reason why I am so consistent with these is because I start to stress out over things that I think are going on and not know what are going on. That doesn't even make sense. But anywho, so these things help me understand clearly what the situation is. It's not like, my brain overreacting or me feeling overwhelmed. It's almost like a database of of like what the real situation is. And it also helps me understand like realistically what can I get done for the week. So I'm just gonna get right into it. If you guys are new here, my name is Sarah. This is Plan the Grind, and I've taken all the tools that I've learned in the corporate world from Lean, Six Sigma, Agile, PMP, and I've incorporated them into my life to help reduce the chaos in my life. So I am just gonna jump right into it. Now, you all know my to-do list, my running to-do list. You guys see this every week. And I just keep that running and running and running and running and running and running and running. And it's very simple. It is not complex. I keep it very high level. It does not incorporate like all the project tasks or anything like that. It may just say, create a project plan for project X. And I will go through and I will do like a brain dump. I call it my household hike, where I walk around with this on a clipboard and I just write down all the things that I have to do. I use it when I'm looking at my emails and I write down what I have to do. And I don't have any like real rules around this. It's just a running to-do list. Stuff gets done when it gets done. And I have noticed that the important stuff gets done and the not important stuff, it just sits there. But it's okay that it's sitting there. I know that it's sitting there. I know that it's not a priority. And I know that I'm not missing anything because I really am disciplined around keeping this to-do list up to date. And this is everything: work, life, plan the grind, kids, pets, everything. So this is just where I do all my brain dumps of what needs to be done. And I just keep this running. And I really like that I keep it separate because I can have it off to the side while I'm referencing other things. So it's portable and it's thin and it's light, and I can just throw it in the bag. I don't really carry it around with me. Sometimes I take screen snapshots of it or take pictures of it, but it's really just there. It's flexible. It's not complex, because I know when I add complexity to any system, I abandon it. So it's really just a list, and it just goes on and on and on and on, and I'm okay with that. Okay. The next thing I have that is part of my foundational list is like a core list of all the projects, whether it be work, it be home, it be personal, like, goals or tasks that I'm trying to accomplish. I just have a running list, and I just keep that, and I have an understanding of quickly just like kind of where it is in the different phases of a project. And this could be really simple, like paint the bedroom. That could be a project, or it could be, implement Salesforce across the enterprise, right? Like it could just be like that high level. And then I will use that to link out to things that I need to support that project, whether it's a formalized, project plan that's in like a PMO, like a project management software, or if it's just written down on a piece of paper, or if it's just written in my OneNote, right? I just keep it there, just quick access. So that project list is just there. I know who's working on what for my team members. I know what's expected of me, and I know what I'm neglecting or what I'm not staying on top of. So, or choosing to not stay on top of, right? So I can really say with confidence that I haven't done anything on project XYZ. Why? Well, because I had this and this and this come up, or this was deprioritized. And also, so it gives me an awareness, and it makes me feel like not behind. It's like I made a conscious decision to not work on that project for 2 weeks or whatever. The other thing is it triggers just thoughts of what I have to do to keep those projects moving. Now, again, there could be a project plan associated with them, but again, it's just something I look at to like help remind me of like things I gotta do. And the last thing I love about this project list is that when I am overloaded at work or I got too much going on, I can quickly bring it up with my, manager and say like, hey, can you help me reprioritize this because I got too much going on? And that right there gives me the confidence. And because I have it so formalized and it's there and I have it in OneNote and it's organized and I feel confident, my manager's like, oh, okay, yeah, deprioritize this or let me offload that to somebody else, or I can give it to one of my team members if I'm not getting to it. So I like that because it's consistent and it's, has some structure to it. I'm able to kind of push back and manage with, people that I'm working with. And also like, hey, I know I've been hanging out and doing this and watching a little too much Netflix. Is it time to actually paint the bedroom or something, right? So it just helps me have a realistic point of view of like what I'm trying to accomplish, and it keeps like momentum through the year. So by the end of the year, I could say like, I did all these things and I did not do all these other things that I thought, but this is why, right? So I really love that project list, and it helps me just stay like focused. Like I can relook at it throughout the day. When I'm going through a transition, when I have those Swiss cheese calendars, I can say like, is there something I can do for this? Like, oh yeah, I gotta set up the report out, or I gotta send those slides out, right? So it's just like quick that I can reference and at all different points and just trigger different thought processes that I need. And it gives me the confidence that I'm staying on top of stuff because I know when I'm not staying on top of stuff. So there's only so much time in the day. All right. So the next thing I would say is to create like a reference system. So I've told you that in my project list, each project has an associated folder with it. And that's where I keep all of the information. So if I get an email that kind of walks through an example of a project, of a problem or an issue or a bug, I will save it in the project folder. So that way I don't have to search my inbox for it when I'm in the meeting or when I have to add it to the to-do list. Or when I have to add it to the action plan. Also, it gives me all the details I needed to put like full color around the issue so the people working the issue have full context. Also these reference folders. So again, I bring all this stuff from my email and I save it there because you know what? If it's something that's driving a decision, it needs to stay in this project folder because you don't want to have to search through your inbox for certain things. The other thing that I like about this reference system that I have is like, I might just keep PowerPoints from reoccurring meetings. So a reoccurring meeting, like a business update, like we're there once a month. I just keep a folder with business updates and I put the slide decks in there. So if I have to reference it, I can go back and I have January, February, March, April, May, right? And then what else? Any admin stuff that I have to do with like my team members, reviews or anything like that, I keep them in the reference folder, and it makes it so I'm organized when I'm running the meetings. I have it right there available to me. And again, also it makes me feel really confident in my decisions. If somebody's challenging something that I did, I will say, well, this is why, here it is. This is what the discussion was, and this is why we made that decision. And it's either like, oh, okay, I get it now. Or, oh, I didn't know about that. So yeah, let's pivot and change the decision, right? So it's just that reference system really is what I need to, continue to feel confident and manage all the things and not live out of my inbox, right? Take that time, save it as an email in the project folder. Just take that time and set up a project folder for each project you're working on. And now you have one place to be. It's like putting the keys in the same spot every day. That's kind of how I think of it. All right, so lastly, the thing that I'll say is dedicating certain time every day or every week for you to kind of go through all these things and reconcile all of it, I guess, for lack of a better word. It helps me understand like what I've got done, what I need to get done, what I'm late on, what I can be proactive on, what's coming up. And really this, whether you have 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just dedicate whatever you can, because it's better to start doing it and keeping that habit of kind of having that dedicated time each week to review where you're at. And then as you do it and get better at it, you get more done in a shorter period of time. So your productivity system starts to come together. So that time every week is key to me. Now, I like to try to do it on Thursday nights because that way I can reconcile the calendar for the following week or send out things that I need to do for following week. But I'll be honest, I don't always get it done on Thursday night. Sometimes it's Friday morning, sometimes it's Saturday, but I still just keep the habit of doing it because it really does like reduce the chaos each week, because I can visually understand what is going on for the week, the flow of the week, if you will. So I hope this is helpful, and I would really love to know any things that you have in your productivity system that I'm missing. Like, what would you do to get out of this survival?